What was the response from the entire world when God proposed them? He offered them the Torah. And how did we Jewish people react? Let's discuss it soon. But before this, we are going to say a chapter of Tehillim to Hashem and thank Him for the miracles and pray to Him for the ultimate miracle. Mizmor l'soida orila Adonai kol haaretz. Ivdu es Adonai b'simcha bo elefanu b'yamnono. Duka Adonai Elohim hu osonu v'lo anach la'ama b'tzal marisa b'yosher b'seder chatzroisa b'sila. Hoyde le'baruch Shemoi ki tov Adonai le'olam chasdo v'yaddo v'dor amun osoi. And let us give some tzedakah, especially Erev Shabbos, Shabbos Bamidbar. We're starting the journey in the desert. So good to start with a prayer and with some charity, with some tzedakah. So my question. So we are told that when God came and He went from nation to nation and He offered them, I have something very precious. My most precious thing, my Torah. Torah which is my wisdom. Torah which is my essence. Would you like to have it? Now, like every logical individual, they said, what's in there? What is it? Before I buy, before I commit myself, tell me what I'm committing myself to. And God, it says, for the Bnei Yishmael, He told them, can't lie. Can't lie. Sorry, that's how I make a living or a killing. Without lies, without deceit, we cannot function. Forget it. We'll pass. He went to the Bnei Esav, to the descendants of Esav, offered them the same thing. And they said, Mike Sivba, what does it say in it? And God said, Lo sirtzach. You cannot murder. Can't murder? Does not fit in our program. And like this, He went from nation to nation. To each one, He mentioned something which was an integral part of their lifestyle. Moral values, forget it. Respect for the parents, not for us. And so on and so forth. He went through all the 70 nations and everybody had the same reaction, which is a logical reaction. Imagine you're being proposed, even on the phone when you have all those marketers, most of them untrue. But you ask him, what is it that you're selling? Now, if you fall for it, you buy it. But at least we want to have some idea. So they asked a logical question, tell us what it is. Finally, God came to the Jewish people. His last option. And He said the same thing. Would you like to take my Torah? And although we are usually very logical people, we're good business people, we said, instead of saying, what does it say there? We answered, ready. Naaseh v'nishma. We're taking. We take yours. We'll do, and then we will listen. And God said, these are the people that I want. What was this Naaseh v'nishma? Logically, we should have asked first, what does it say in there before we commit ourselves? And this is a commitment forever. It's not an Amazon purchase that I can return. The answer is our DNA is made up of faith. We have in our DNA, as a descendants of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, every Jew has that faith. And that faith manifests itself in many, many ways. Let's just take an example, a painful one, same time, a happy one. I'm talking about the hostages, those who came out. Just about every one of them said, what kept me going was my emunah, my faith. I remember my grandmother, Oleh Sholem, a Holocaust survivor, have gone through 4 different concentration camps and miraculously survived. While many of her acquaintances and friends have rebelled, We're disappointed in God. And it is understood. When my grandmother used to be asked, and I remember this succinctly, a woman spoke German Yiddish. And she asked my grandfather, Frau Riff, Mrs. Riff, nach dem Krieg, wie können Sie glauben? After the war, how can you believe? Because my grandmother was a very religious woman of faith with all her tragedies. And the question was, how can you believe? Her answer was, wie können Sie nicht glauben? How can you not believe? When you see you survive such miracles, and you're a descendant of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, how can you not believe? That's the Nase V'Nishma, the expression of ultimate faith. And we have faith in the coming of Mashiach now.